if I didn't tell you when you have it that it's chorizo, chicken chorizo, you would never think it's chicken chorizo because it literally mimics the pork or the beef that we have. I think it's like on par with the pork, since that's the original.
Kind of like in that
No, no, like chorizo.
Yeah.
No, el pastor es el pastor. No, chorizo is chorizo, and this literally the texture, how it cooks up, everything. Again, if I didn't tell you, and that's the unique and beautiful thing about it because every other product that we tested,
Yeah. ¿Y qué colores?
como chorizo, igualito, como si you see it, and you go, no, that's not chicken, that's just regular chorizo. So tell me, I wanted to take an opportunity to also talk to you a little bit about how did COVID affect your business? How did it impact you? You know, it affected clearly all of us, but I'm curious. I want our audience to get a sense from you of how things were. You know, because I have to tell you, Inspira was born during COVID. It was all about us wanting to share what everybody's going through in a sense and kind of, hey, we're going to get through this. It's about inspiring people about getting through difficulties, about getting through and overcoming challenges. And so that's what inspired us to bring forth this program and provide these insights about the community, businesses, restaurants that are struggling, that were struggling at the time. So I definitely would love to hear, you know, if you could share some of the, you know, how you made it through.
Oh my God. I'm still feeling it, you know. I think most of us are still feeling the effects of it. It knocked us out. Not completely. You know, for example, I was just thinking that my daughter, she was helping me. It's a small place, so, you know, they came up with the 6 feet distance. This is how big the place is, 6 by 6, it seems like, you know. But anyway, so we had this small table and that small table and basically everything to go. Just to give you an idea, our food doesn't carry out well. It doesn't have a lot of fat, you know. So once you take it out of here, it's not the same quality. Sure. You know, so that obviously
Not the same experience.
not the same experience. Absolutely, you know. And then what we're known for here is the fact that you get a chance to see everyone making the food in front of you. You know what I mean? And people that come in and sit down. You know, our takeout it was about 20% of our sit down. So you can imagine, now we're dealing with, maybe it bumped up to 30% total, but we lost 70% of you know, what we normally did. Because most people wanted to sit down and experience the fresh tortillas, the service, etc. So it had a tremendous impact upon us. And, you know, we were talking earlier, things were going well, and we were thinking of opening up another, you know, location nearby, a more formalized place, you know, something that's bigger than 6 feet, and you know, just in case. Sure. And so we take off, and like 2 weeks later, bam, you know, they announced that, hey, we're closing everything, COVID is here, so we had to put the brakes on that project. It's about 5 years ago almost, and so it had a tremendous impact, you know, financially, and you know, when you're in business, it's a punch. It's a tough punch to take. Sure. And I'm sure a lot of people were in the same predicament, either starting off a business or, you know, expanding their current business. COVID, and then the people here, the employees. So it was on us. It was quickly, you know, and there was really no clear direction, what was going to happen, the timing. Different theories. Yeah. Some were true, others were not true.
In the beginning, there was 2 weeks. It's gonna be over in 2 weeks. Oh, in 3 weeks. You know, it was in the beginning. Nobody knew anything. It was clearly.
No. We thought it was like a flu. You know, we'll get through it. A couple of weeks, maybe a month.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we are. Years later, it's still clinging on to us. I mean, it's still here. It's still present. So it was a big blow to the chin. You know. Almost knocked us out. We were able to get back up, and we're still in the ring, kind of trying to get through the fight. So,
wow. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that you were not a casualty of the, in many more ways than one. Because unfortunately, you know that there were also so many people that were affected from a health perspective.
Yes.
And so very, very fortunate you're with us, and that we're here, and that we're able to enjoy these beautiful meals, and you continue on with your. It's better to continue on with the struggle than not.
And not being in the ring. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you,
In the ring, yes.
the only good thing for me is that I was out of commission for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
I wasn't eating anything, so I lost about 30 pounds. I look good. But it took 2 weeks to get that back, and then 10 more pounds. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
But no, you're right though. Thank God.
We're very fortunate. Very fortunate.
Absolutely. We're back here. We're still, in the marathon race, and that's kind of like what counts at this point.
Absolutely. You have a chef that prepares the.
Yeah. So my son's the chef. He's the real chef.
Okay.
He travels around the world. He goes to Dubai. He goes to Paris, Mexico City. He just came back from Australia. And he went to. He's all over the place. And that's pretty cool. He's a smart kid. He's out there. He's writing books. He's doing videos. He's known as Goat Boy International.
Goat Boy International. Okay, I'm gonna have to look him up. Absolutely.
I don't know much about that. All I know is that people say he has a bunch of followers. I don't know, thousands. I don't know how to gauge, but that's where he is. His food is exceptional. It's very, very good. We're gonna do a meal when he gets back, and he's planted here for a little bit. Definitely invite you to come over. His food is magnificent. But anyway. He goes to Oaxaca, comes back, and he says, "Hey, Dad, you got to try this flan oaxaqueño." It's kind of like a custardy, the flan, but it's not as sweet. And how it's made, is you got the general way of making it. It's like the caramelized sugar, and you got some of the evaporated milk, condensed milk, mixture, eggs, right, some cinnamon, and then you have some vanilla on there. Throws it in the oven, takes it out. It is so good. I feel bad telling you how good it is because it doesn't exist.
No. I'm looking forward to it. So it's like I'd say, the anticipation is half of the experience. So I'm envisioning it, and I'm imagining how beautiful it would taste. So I'm okay with it. I love beautiful, intense flavors. So. I'm good. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to it.
But when Jonathan comes back, we'll get something together. So we would be honored if you were to join us. That would be nice.
I would love to do that. Absolutely. That being said, John, all good things have to come to an end, and I think right now we're gonna have to conclude. It was such a pleasure meeting you, getting to know you a little bit about yourself, your struggles. I think I have to say, your success is your success here. It's incredibly, it's something very special, and it's something to be incredibly very proud of. And I'm sure your family is, and yourself, and myself as a businessman and as a Latino, Mexican American here. It's beautiful to see businesses succeed and continue to succeed, and in spite of all the struggles, in spite of the shortcomings that happen as a part of life, that you continue on. And as you put it, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know what? Let's keep it going and moving forward, and doing what you're doing. And you truly are bringing a little bit of Mexico to Chicago and the Midwest, and just bringing a unique experience. There are other people that make something somewhat similar, but you know what? There's a difference here. I can feel there's a lot of love, there's a lot of care, there's a lot of concern for the end experience for consumers, and I have to say that's the same thing that we believe in. It's not all. We could be involved in all sorts of other things, and you made a conscious choice of doing what you're doing. That's beautiful, and this is the opportunity that has been presented and that you initiated. For us, the same thing. Doing what we do. We've been in business. We're actually going to celebrate 60 years this year. This is 60 years of being in business. I've been with the company for 43 of those years. So I feel that it's been a privilege of being a part of the growth, being a part of the success, being a part of allowing my employees and everyone to be able to share in the experience. It's a privilege.
It is good. You mentioned family. And you're right. I couldn't have done it without my family. My wife Norma, she's a big supporter. She takes care of everything behind the scenes and everything. My son Jonathan, who's my oldest, he's the chef. Andy, the singer, the rock star. See, they pop in here too. They've helped me. They pop in, they leave, they come back, they recycle, as we say, you know. And Tony, the guy that made me my a grandpa, he's helping me up on the north side.
Oh, okay.
The youngest guy, Eric, he's running the whole shop here now. Yeah, you know, he's the guy popping in here. He has a different dimension to the business. So as a family, and then of course my granddaughter, Ilani Sarai. Yeah, like I said earlier, she has changed our world. So you're right, it is about family, and that's how we try to treat people that walk in here. Although some people say, you know, if you're going to treat me like family, I'm not coming, you know.
That's interesting.
He's a wise guy. He's being facetious, but he says, they don't treat me like this at home.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, but he says, then his wife, of course, what are you talking about? But no, but thank you so much for allowing us the minutes to talk about our business. It's really, to me, I told you earlier, it causes me to rethink things that I've done, things that I'm about to do, but above all, to appreciate all the good things that have happened, you know. And you're right, it's not always smooth sailing. We've had some ups and downs, but it's getting up all the time and saying, let's keep going. And to hear that you're going to be celebrating 60, you said?
Yeah, 60 years. Yeah.
That's inspiring for me because I'm a baby. It's 16 years here, you know, but we keep going. So, but thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Un placer.
Gilberto,
Un placer.
my pleasure is mine.
Ya,
So,
un placer.
thank you.